Hello, this is Olayinka Ayeni again from Beggar Consult. Today I'm going to show you how to create your user under Identity Access Management, which is IAM. You can create a user for your account, a user that can log in and manage your AWS account. Most of the time, this is not the best practice to access your AWS account through the root account. You need to create a user and give those users some role and assign some roles to the user so that they can manage your AWS account. So one under AWS Management Console, there's AWS Services. Under Find Services, you're going to click search for IAM, which is Identity Access Management, manage access to AWS resource. So once you click on that, you are going to see, you will have a console like this. But since I already have some users, my screen might be different from yours, but it's still the same concept and layout. So under the dashboard, you're going to go all the way to users. Click on user. I currently have 3 user accounts that are currently assigned to logging into my AWS console. Now I want to add an additional user for this lecture. So you can click on add user. You give your user a name. Let me give my username demo. Okay, let me just put it as a demo user. And you have the option to select the AWS access type. Do you want this access type to have the programmatic app access? Maybe accessing through AWS API, the command line, the CLI, and also the SDK or the development tools. Or you also want this user to have access to AWS Management Console access, which is just like the one you're currently seeing on my screen. So, but I want this user to have both access, so I can choose both of these access, but it depends. If you want just one access, then select whichever one that suits you. There's also a console password. You have option for an auto generated password, which means Amazon is going to assign give you a password based on just Amazon is going to give you a password, and also you have an option to create a password for this user. But most of the time, you want to use the auto-generated password and prompt the user to change the password upon first login. So the second section, it's require password reset. If this is checked, the user must create a new password at next sign in. So normally this is always checked. So you have the option for the user to create a new password upon their next sign in. So if you want your user to reset their password after first login, you select this option. So I'm going to select this option. Okay. So click on next is permissions. What type of permission do I want to assign to this user? Remember, already you can assign a permission to a group and attach this user to a group. Once you see this Beggar Living Admin on Monday, these are the groups that have already been created. But for your first sign in, you might want to use a group, or you might want to attach an existing policy directly. So let us choose this access for now, the attach existing policy. So you can search through AWS some preset policy, and if there's no policy that fits your criteria, you can create your own special policy. But first, we're gonna do an administrator access. We want to give this user the same an administrator access, and you can give this user S3 access or any other access based on the 528 result that is here, but for now we want to give this user administrator access. So next we're going to put in tags. We can assign our tag name to the IAM row, but we're going to skip that for now. Click on review. So this is a demo user. We add in a programmatic access and AWS management console access. The password is going to be auto-generated, and we are giving the user two policies, okay, which means administrator access and also IAM user change password. If you are attached to this policy, that will prompt you to change your password upon the first login. Then we can click on create user. So then you can have the show access key, then you can show the password. If I click on show password, that is going to be the auto generated password. This is the password that I'm going to send to the user. But for now, I will go ahead and delete this user because you guys now have my password. You can log into my account. So you can click on close. Then this user is going to be part of my AWS user. If you go to AWS sign-in console and you put in the demo user, you'll be able to have access. And under the user, if you click on security credentials, this is the link to sign in using this console, this username and password. But I'll go ahead and delete my user because I don't want someone logging into my AWS console. Thank you.